I hear what you're saying. It might come off a little odd, me being so vocal about these exchanges I'm having with women who aren't my girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend. Hey.
Is it Dylan? Fat Albert, right?
Fat Albert.
Hey.
Confirmed.
Yeah.
That's Fat Albert. I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
Hey. Welcome back to Impaulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Thank you guys for listening, watching, viewing, and subscribing. Yeah, it's the #1 podcast in the world. Big week last week. We dropped our Maverick clothing smirk drop. Nothing to see here. Woo! This is the coolest stuff we've ever dropped. I've never been complimented more on clothing that I'm wearing in my life. Everyone goes, yo, what is that? I like those colors. What is that pastel? And the pride and the joy I get to feel when I'm like, oh, this is my brand. And finally, it's starting to feel like an actual brand, a streetwear brand, because our clothes are high quality and now the designs are high quality too, and just super cool. After years and years of hard work, rebranding and having it be successful. You're wearing the
same. The short sleeve option.
Yeah. We got some new designers and they just absolutely killed it. If you guys haven't yet, maverickclothing.com. Copy your fit. My favorite are the sweatpants. I'll go days just wearing these sweatpants.
Yeah, you can tell you got a little bit of a splooge stain there.
Yeah, well, you know, it's they were machine washable. And then also big week this week. It's fucking fight week. It's fight week. My brother Jake Paul is fighting this Saturday. He's fighting Nate Robinson on the Mike Tyson Roy Jones Jr. undercard.
Wow.
And it's his camp. It's his fight week. But as his brother, I also feel like it's my fight week. Like I am invested also literally because I bet a lot of money on him and he needs to not lose. He's the favorite. I think I said this. I think he's going to fucking obliterate this dude.
No one can go to the fight.
Yeah, no, it's at the Staples Center. I couldn't even go.
Yeah. I talked to him about it. He said there's only 400 people allowed in the building for the entire fight, and that includes staff, paramedics, the refs, all of those people. And 2 of those or 3 of those 400 people will not be the 3 hosts of the #1 podcast in the world. We're not invited.
It's not even we're not even. I thought we were invited.
He told me, he goes, yo, you want to walk out with me? I said, yeah, you're my brother. I'd love to. And then this week, he's like, yeah, man, by the way, you're not walking out.
Too bad. I tweeted about this the other day. It's kind of in-depth tweet, but I'll read it.
Sure.
Honestly, fuck COVID.
Yeah, okay, man.
Yeah.
I can get on board with that.
Yeah.
Fuck COVID.
It
sucks. It sucks.
I mean, we're going back into lockdown.
Is that truth?
Here in Los Angeles. All outdoor dining establishments have been closed for business.
Oh, my God.
There's once again a 10 p.m. curfew for all non-essential travel. It was Newsom, Governor Newsom, who by the way,
caught a little heat himself
for throwing parties.
He's putting all these lockdowns and restrictions, and the governor threw a party of his own for his friend's 50th birthday or something.
Rocking out with his cock out.
Yeah,
but we can't.
Yeah.
I don't want any trouble.
No, we don't turn off our water.
Nothing to see here.
Nothing to see here. Back to the maverickclothing.com drop. Nothing to see here. Mike came up with that, by the way. It's fantastic. Kind of mischievous. The smirk, Caleb. If you could zoom in a little bit. The wink face is just like that's what we do, man. Nothing to see here. We're gonna work our asses off. We're gonna grind. We're gonna do it different. We're gonna be successful.
Love the colors, and as usual,
are we back to just plugging the?
Sorry. Where are we going first today, boys? What do you got?
Okay. We're talking about Jake's fight. I just want to say that card is stacked. Like Mike Tyson, watching him fight again, that's going to be a treat. Vidal's on the card. I can't wait to see him fight. And then Badu Jack. It might be one of the best cards this whole year. So yeah, just excited for that.
Tyson, Roy Jones, yeah?
Yeah, who do you think?
Roy Jones Jr.
Who do you think?
Can you tell me? Because I honestly don't. Mike Tyson's an animal, yeah? Like not even a real human. He's a cyborg.
I think this could bite me in the ass. I think he might be human again.
You think he might get?
I think he might be human again.
Really?
Yeah. I think age and just all that time off. Maybe.
Can we pull up those clips?
Perpetually be a superhuman. But I think Roy Jones has been a little bit more active, and yeah, I think he's just been.
What's the age difference?
3 years.
Oh, not bad.
Yeah. 51 and 54. So they're both, and I heard they're not supposed to go crazy hard. Like it'll kind of be like like a sparring session.
Almost like a T-ball.
Yeah, but
like
I mean, dog, you're talking about two of the biggest dogs on the planet. Like one of them gets clipped the wrong way, they're gonna be pissed, and you can trust those hands will be thrown hard and fast. And if one of them, man, it's gonna be sad to see either one of them potentially get knocked. Dude, it's like that's like seeing your father. You know, who would want to watch their father? Like seeing my dad get knocked out. He's old and frail. It would hurt me.
I'm gonna call cap on that one. I think GP could fuck up a lot of people.
Yeah, but imagine if he got caught. It'd be sad. It'd be sad seeing your old man go down.
I actually seen somebody not knock him out, but like hit him, and this poor guy like threw out his back. And I told him like, hey, listen, man, if somebody tries to steal from you today, like just fucking let it go. Don't try to be a hero.
Oh, okay.
And the guy pushed him, and his pride stepped in, so he pushed him back, but he can't move too much because his back is like just fully stiff.
Yeah.
He pushes him hard, and so finally the guy throws a fucking punch at my dad, and my dad, I'm pulling in, by the way, this is the perfect timing, pulling into the store. He makes eye contact with me. As he's going down, he grabs the guy's shirt, pulls it, rips it off, hits the ground, looks at me, lifts up his shirt like he won. He goes, I got his fucking shirt. I go, get up. You lost.
Nah, because he took a piece of that man's heart. He's going home shirtless. He gonna get in his car and go home shirtless. You lost,
yeah,
bucko.
But these guys are clearly, I would assume, in better fighting shape than George's dad. You know, I would assume, right?
Yeah.
But it's always tricky when you get into that, 45, 50 plus age range in fighting, because you're not worried about as much about getting hit in the face as you are like hyperextending an elbow. Or like twisting an ACL, like it's all these weird injuries that don't usually pertain to boxing that they have to watch out for.
It would just suck to see someone get injured. You see Joe Burrow got injured? Joe Burrow, the quarterback?
Just for way of the podcast, I'm going to say yes, but
okay,
I did not see it.
No, it's
for the way of the podcast, I'm going to say like I know who he is. Yeah.
He's doing well. I think it was rookie year in the NFL. And the poor sat tore his ACL and MCL and a bunch of other structural damage in his kneecaps. Like, dude, nothing hurts me more than seeing these young new athletes with potential in their first season get fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, injuries were the bane of my existence growing up, and so I empathize so much with athletes when they get hurt, especially young ones in high school. Man, I talk about this all the time, but for anyone going through it. Every injury I've ever had turns into something great somehow, some way, shape, or form. So just trust the process. You'll devote your energy and your time to improving some other facet of your life, and it will pay off. I promise.
Even that girl we saw in the elevator at Catch the other day.
She DM'd me, brother.
Yeah, no. Don't say it, because I want to tell you this. She's fucking Tyga on his OnlyFans.
Shut the fuck.
I'm not kidding, dude.
You know that makes sense, because you know what her DM to me was?
Yo, come watch me fuck Tyga on his OnlyFans.
I thought it was so weird.
She's promoting in DMs. No, she said, top me. I said, be right back. Let me ask my friend what that means, right? So I looked it up.
It means get on top.
Yeah, no. So that's what I would have thought, but I looked up. Urban Dictionary says, to best or outshine someone in some pursuit, verb, slang, to kill someone. So I'm like, yo, this girl wants me to like fucking beat her up?
No, kill her. Well, you know.
But I can't, I don't know you. I'm not going to partake in that kind of
murder.
That kind of murder.
Yeah.
That kind of talk.
I only kill people I know.
Dude, like kudos for sliding in such a abrupt way, but it's just not for me.
Yeah, dude. but you know how the girls like to jump into the inbox, or I was gonna say vice versa, but it's more the girls saying it, like, run me over with your car. Like, you never got those DMs before from girls? You never got those DMs from girls before?
That's two today, that you synced us into this lifestyle. That
some of them.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
like punched me in the face. Like, girls say that sometimes, like trying to be cute. Like, generally, I think it stops before actual homicide. But it seems like this girl, who I won't name on Instagram, is really... I've gotten into such a habit of doing that.
She didn't have that energy at Catch. It was very like, it was just like
She came up to me.
She said hi to you, right?
No, she came up to me and said, "Hey, would your girlfriend be interested in doing the first ever holographic virtual reality porn with us?"
At least she's innovative.
And I said, "Yeah, about that. My girlfriend actually stopped shooting about a half a decade ago, so I don't think she's interested in doing that. But I like where your brain is at."
Yeah, like inside your head at least.
Yeah, it's a good place for
the bare minimum
to be until Logan tops her, of course.
I won't do it. I won't top anyone. I'm not going to top anyone ever. I won't. But DM sliding there's an art to it, and I have some stuff. I have some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Maybe you people can help me out. Why do girls unsend messages? I caught some girl red-handed. I
feel like guys do that more than girls.
It wasn't a prolonged unsend. It wasn't like I had been waiting for a week. Here's what happened.
Oh, okay.
This girl sent me a DM in like 2017. Said something like, "Oh, my friend showed me your YouTube videos. They're so funny." By the way, I don't know what she was watching because those videos suck. But I responded this year, 2020. Said, "Hey, it's been 3 years later. Do you still think so?" And I was on Instagram. You know when you're on and you get a DM and it'll show you the preview of it? Yeah. She said, "Yes, don't worry, I'm still a fan." And then the next one said, "Ha ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha." Obviously, I'm playing the game a little bit. I'm not going to respond right away. I'm doing my shit, whatever. And so I go back like an hour and a half and the 2 DMs are gone. And now I'm checking my memory. I'm like, yo, did I do some sort of like drugs or anything? Like, how did I'm pretty sure I saw these messages roll in. And me knowing that girls sometimes do this, I screenshotted the latter one. Screenshot your DMs. If you have an instinct, like, because I have a fear of people screenshotting the DMs like I'm talking about right now and then posting it online, right? And making me look like I said something that I didn't, or trying to embarrass me, or making me look stupid in front of their friends. I just don't like it. So I screenshotted it, and then I went back and they're gone. I'm like, hey, am I tripping, or did you unsend 2 messages?
I told you why I think she did it.
Why?
I think that for certain girls, especially when DMing a iconic
easy
content creator slash boxer
slash Pokemon,
like slash Pokemon collector, I think she was nervous. I think she probably put forth 2 to 3 half-ass efforts that needed some proofreading or like some sort of creative input, and saw them on the page and said, I'm DMing an 1-1 boxer.
Yeah.
Like, I got to step my game up a little bit, you know?
For sure.
And deleted them and probably went back to the drawing board, sat down with her catty little circle of women and rethought the process.
I don't think she rethought about it. Because, like, where does it go from here? Now it's just kind of awkward. Also, should I have, like, called her out, or was I just being a dickhead? I said, did you unsend 2 messages, or am I on drugs?
Yeah, that's tricky.
She said on drugs. I was like, okay, maybe she's right.
Did the conversation die?
Yeah, it's dead. It's dead. And actually, I made a rule for myself. Because, again, this DM world is so interesting. If I'm going to shoot a DM at someone, I need to make sure from this point onward that it's like at least an 8 out of 10 creativity, unique, funny, something that actually captivates.
Absolutely.
Like I want to put in effort, because it's so hard. It's so hard to slide in with just like a hi or an emoji. And I used to do it, but no self-respecting person is going to respond to it. Like, it takes a little bit of work to get these girls' attention. Every dude's sliding into their DMs.
Well, we went over this with Portnoy, and he's got a rule about it. He's a fan of brevity and being upfront about what you want. And he thinks that for a girl sliding into a guy's inbox, it requires 2 words. I fuck. That should be every girl's DM.
See?
I'm not saying that I agree with that. I'm not saying I agree with that, but that's Portnoy's stance on it. Portnoy's stance is I fuck.
But what's his intent? Because
to fuck.
Okay, so I'm a little different.
Well,
I have a podcast.
I know.
I enjoy stimulating conversation, especially with females.
I have to
And then
stop you.
What?
I'm sorry. Maybe I'm a piece of shit for doing this.
Yeah.
I'm sure some people out there probably know what I'm going to ask you. it just seems weird that you have all of these DMs with girls and all because you have that relationship. I'm sorry, I have to bring this. Is anybody else watching this show with me in the audience thinking to themselves, like, what the fuck is this kid talking about? Like, are we going to...
All right. First off, easy with all the DMs.
Okay,
all right?
sorry.
I haven't actively sent one that I've iterated about yet. But I hear what you're saying. It might come off a little odd, me being so vocal about these exchanges I'm having with women who aren't my girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really plan on.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but also like, how are we going to do that? You know what I'm saying?
It's hard. You know, we've had the conversation. Like, how do you tell the world that it's over?
You sit down in front of the camera and then you like cry and you talk about it.
You both watch your fucking
shit.
You both bite your tongues.
But then as soon as you do it, you immediately get back together. Like immediately get back together and then go somewhere where there's gonna be paparazzi there.
It wasn't my fucking intent, bro. And also my situation's slightly different because obviously we like shared the channel, and so I had to explain myself. I felt like you obviously don't have to do that. Like I've
always really valued the privacy of my relationship because the rest of my life is like pretty public. So I don't know. I just don't feel like either Josie or myself needs to give an explanation if we don't feel like it,
Of course.
But it is hard when you have a relationship that's such in the public eye and you leave people guessing, and then I come on a podcast and am talking like I'm single because I am. But it was it was a special moment or time for both of our lives. It just didn't end up working out.
Quickly too, I also feel like whether it's this format or the video that I made, and obviously I've talked about this before, it being premature, I feel like it also does a job of protecting the parties involved who may go out and go to parties and hang out with exes or whatever from being attacked online. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Of course.
Okay,
so it's either of us like are seen out with someone else just out at a party and the public thinks you're trifling.
Yeah.
And then you have to say like, no, that ended a while ago. And that retroactive explanation isn't super attractive.
But is also warranted and completely acceptable. So it's just a fucked up situation.
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to talk about any of this today. You know, obviously
you brought it up.
I did, but in response to a DM conversation that would have come off as trifling if I hadn't brought it. You know what I'm saying?
I agree. And I'm also not like
closed off to it.
Yeah, it's I'll get vulnerable here for a second. In the past, I would exit a relationship and like many people, it's like, hey, like I'm gonna try to distract myself with another girl immediately. Or if you're a girl who broke up with a guy, like, what do they say? The best way to get over someone is to get under someone else.
Yeah.
Bro, when I was young, I don't know, I did that. And now as an adult, like my priorities shifted a little bit and I just don't have that same drive. Like I zoned in and I'm not out here slanging pipe.
I think it's because
laying pipe. Like I'm not fucking around. I'm not even in flirt stage yet. Like I don't know. I'm there's a hump to get over before I feel comfortable being back
on
at
the scene.
it.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, anything you want, Mike.
Do you think and I know that you do that out of an abundance of respect, as well as also being true to yourself, which is, it's kind of twofold for you. Do you think that not getting under someone else presents the danger of having the ability to go back? And I asked this question because when I did my breakup video, we both made it through that space without a hookup. And that was an important bargaining chip for both of us when we got back to the table. I didn't fuck anyone. You didn't fuck anyone. Like, let's talk this out. You know what I'm saying? Do you think that post breakup sex with another party is the nail in the coffin to a relationship?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, it depends. It depends how long. If it's like a couple months or a year,
yeah, you chilling.
And it's not only that. It's kind of like if it was meant to be, it'll come back. Obviously, this person needs to move on and like see if they want to be. I'm pretty sure Manager Jeff's girlfriend and him broke up for a couple of years.
Well, he was 5 years.
Yeah, and they were meant to be together, and they kind of met back. I think that's appropriate. But if it's like we broke up 2 weeks ago and you like fucked so and so,
12 so and so.
Yeah, then I'm gonna kind of be like, hey man, that's a little gross.
But also when we've talked about this too, amongst us, men and women are very different in how they emotionally get over a breakup. And so a lot of, I've heard from a lot of girls that the way that we have sex post-breakup, girls just want the attention and the feeling of being desired by a man, especially when they are the one who's broken up with. And I'm not saying in your scenario it's any way or the other, but you know, I've talked to girls who have been broken up with by guys, and the first thing that they want to do is have a guy take them out to dinner, tell them that they're pretty, like tell them that they're worthy and deserving, because
bro, it's never easy, although sometimes it's necessary. It's never easy. Breakups suck, dude.
Yeah.
Breakups suck. I remember just was thrown back into that space of splitting with someone who you've spent so much time with for so long and who you love, and having to end it all. Man, this person has become not only a habit, but a behavior integrated in your life. And all of a sudden it's gone, cold turkey, gone. Yeah, it's you know, just like any other person, you just gotta find ways to, for me anyways, distract yourself. I like to stay busy. I also found that I may have cheated. I may have taken the easy way out in this.
Oh, the way you set that up.
Yeah, I was worried.
No. Hey, boys, loyal as fuck.
Oh, you don't have to tell me.
I'm
I know.
a great fucking BF. But no, I think I may have, taken the easy route in the post breakup recovery.
What was that?
I got a dog. I
Oh,
got a new
yeah.
puppy. I literally just
She did.
You just replaced your love. It's fucked up.
in brand new puppy. I didn't plan on it.
It's
Right?
cute.
Right?
It's
It's
really
so
cute.
Danny's
cute.
grabbing him right now. He showed up at the house. Milton brought one of his friends around, and the friend had this dog that he couldn't keep, that he had to get rid of. And I'm spontaneous, and life kind of serendipitously worked out. And so I got this new little
Another dog.
This new little dog. And because he's a Doberman pincher. And I've been looking for a Doberman. I really have. Like the breed intrigues me. I think they're so cool. And
I was so happy the day he showed up too, because, you know, for like the past couple weeks, like 9 a.m. every day, I'd walk by his door, and he'd always be listening to that song, Somebody That I Used to Know, and crying. Like I'd walk by, I'd be like, first of all, it's 9 a.m. You know,
no, he's lying. Look at oh my God.
God damn.
Ladies and gentlemen, meet, I think I'm gonna name him Prince. Little Prince. Oh, hello, little dog. Doberman Pinscher. You okay? We think. But he's so cute. And I don't know if it's the breed. Oh, bro. I really like this dog. I'm not that type of person who falls in love with the dog immediately. Like you gotta earn. Look, he's giving me a hug.
Dude, he's
bro.
cuddling you
I
right
know,
now.
I know. He puts his head in my crevices, and I'm not the type of person who gives love out easy. Like you gotta earn it. But the more and more I hang out with this dog, it's been like 4 days. I'm like, yo, I really like you. He's the easiest puppy, and again, maybe it's because the breed. It's like a highly intelligent breed. Easiest puppy that I've dealt with. I bring him outside, he pees right away. Right away. Kong and Broly both. I'd have to wait, 10 minutes on their schedule. Whenever you're done, champ, I'll be around. And he sleeps, he cuddles with me, which is awesome. Like, look at him. Oh,
That's exactly what you need right now.
oh my God. So am I
Can you
cheating?
spin around?
Is there nobility? Is there nobility in feeling and facing all of the emotions post breakup and really letting yourself, I don't know, just be a human.
Are you
Feel
asking
all
me
of
if
it.
you're cheating by
Yes.
getting a puppy post break? No, of course not, man. You
sure?
gotta do what you gotta do.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't think we go.
No, I know,
I didn't plan
I know,
on it.
but-
But yeah, I feel you.
We just got a little deep. It was good. It's good.
Can I ask you guys a question?
Anything you want, Mike.
Why do I keep prefacing today? After these weekends sometimes. I went to Vegas this weekend. Drove there safely. 6 feet social distance, mask on the whole time, even in the car, even though it was just me and my girlfriend. That's not true.
Is this story going anywhere? Because Prince is fed up.
What is he? What should we? What
I
should
don't
we
know.
do?
I don't know what he wants.
I went to this dinner, and
Dude, I feel like he's a lie detector. You didn't go.
I didn't go to dinner.
Oh my god.
Say dinner. Say dinner.
I think he might be tired, bro. Let's see what happens if I put him down. I'm sorry, guys. So dogs are so cute, and the story is incredible. But I'll remove him from the set. No problem. Dan, if you could take the little man. All right, hey, I'll see you later. Soon to be big, man. I like you a lot.
So sitting at this dinner, and the guy brings out the menu and he says, "Hey, we have 3 different kinds of Japanese Wagyu beef on the menu tonight." And I looked at it, and me and Amara agreed on this like $550 steak, and I was excited and I was like so happy that it was about to come out. And as it was coming out, I thought to myself, this is the 3rd time that I've eaten this Japanese Wagyu this week. We were at Catch talking about the Floyd Mayweather fight. I had been at Spago, a couple days before that. And it got me to thinking about I don't know where I'm going with the story. I had this planned out. I'm so sorry. I've dropped the ball completely. It got me to thinking about, I'm sorry. The dog threw me off completely. Let me restart this story, okay?
What's going on? Surely you had
I
something.
had a brain fart. Okay. It got me to thinking about the time I spent on the come up and how excited I was about all of these different things. Steak, private jets, girls. And I was so pumped up about all of it. And now it feels like bland. Do you think that after a while, all that's left in life is like incremental increases to happiness? So for a while, you've lived in a massive house with a chef and maid service. Do you think when you get a larger house than that, it will only just represent like an incremental increase to your happiness, and you'll never feel that first big boom again that you felt when you made it?
I'm gonna have you answer this because I think I was wired differently.
Okay.
Yeah.
I actually just had this conversation with my girlfriend. I said, so this guy came up to me and we were having this deep conversation about that. And
Yeah.
he said, write down all your blessings that you have that like makes you really happy. And I did.
The guy in Arizona, right?
I don't know. I don't even remember who it was. I just remember the conversation because it was deep. So basically what happened is I wrote out all my blessings, and a lot of them had to do with my new house that I just bought. Obviously a beautiful girlfriend, like my team that I have and all that stuff. And then the common sense ones, like the family and the health and all that shit.
Yep.
And so he goes, okay, now you can only keep 5 of them. And I was like, what the fuck? So I had to sit there and scratch out the ones that I could live without. And the ones that I cared about the most are actually the ones I came into this life with. So like my health and my family and my surroundings. So I was on my way the same day to go get pizza, and I was like really excited about this pizza. I know that sounds stupid. I was really excited about it because we were about to come home and watch the Kevin Hart special. And I was like, man, it's really the things that make you happy that are important. And I think a lot of people try to preference money and establish that. And like mine never was that. I wasn't into the jewelry. I wasn't into the nice cars, the big houses. My happiness always had to do with like eating food and watching TV with loved ones. I don't know why, but always did. So I never had that moment where everything was dull. Like I actually do find excitement in a lot of things. I won't let myself get to that point.
Right.
You know how they say more money, more problems? I think you're just chasing your ego. You want it to get bigger and better. But I think if you rewire your head to think, this is amazing. Because like right now where I am today, this day, I was better than I was last year. And if I don't sit here and appreciate that, then I'm just going to be chasing this disappointment that I'll never, ever land on.
I guess what I'm saying is I'm not complaining by any,
I never said
by any means.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not complaining at all. It's just, it got me thinking too of this Drake song. He put out this song called Is There More on his on this Scorpion album.
Yeah.
And he said, is there more to life than going on trips to Dubai, yachts on 4th of July, G5 soar in the skies? Is there more to life than all these corporate ties and all these fortunate times and all of these asses that never come in proportionate size? Mm-hmm. And it really got me to thinking, like, when you're on the way up, you have all these dreams about all this stuff, but what happens I don't think you ever prepare yourself for accomplishing it and getting it.
Mike.
And then asking yourself the question, what now?
The what now moment.
Yeah.
Pivotal moment in many people's lives. Could be a defining factor of champions. The what now moment, when you reach and finally accomplish that thing that you wanted.
Right.
You make it to the top of the mountain. What now?
Right.
You know who described this? The punter we had on
Oh my God.
Steve Weatherford.
Oh, the Giants punter
Yep.
that won the championship.
Won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Won the Super Bowl. Got back to his hotel room. I just did the thing that I wanted to do my whole life, and I'm in my hotel room now. What do I do?
Yes.
And for me, something that's always helped is since I can remember, fell in love with the present. I like the fact that I'm here and that I'm healthy and that I'm around people who love me and believe in me. And if I wasn't at some point, I'd find people who do and who are.
Right.
And I've had this through line of happiness that I've been blessed with that I never really see. Like, what is the metric for happiness? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I never see any extreme spikes or extreme dips because, and Drake said this, I try not to get too caught up in either the highs or the lows.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just, I don't know, I'm happy to be here and I'm happy to just keep accomplishing my stuff, but it never ends, man. Life's just a game, and I'm here to win as many levels as I possibly can, and if I fail trying, I'll try again.
I know I introed this tragically. I had this played out in my mind, and it's a very complex issue, and I know it also sounds like a very privileged issue, but something tells me that we have a very focused and intelligent audience that may find themselves in a very similar position at some point in their lives. And it also brings up another question of transitioning from the desire for those type of victories in life, whether it be steak, women, private jets, hotels, whatever that kind of stuff is, to what brings a longevity of purpose and happiness. And I think for some people that's family, and for some people that's charity and helping other people. And so I think at some point what happens is when you get to that dinner at SW Steakhouse at the Wynn and they bring out the $650 steak and you say, yo, this is the 5th time I ate this week with this desirable girl and I just hopped off the fucking jet. What's left? They then transition and say, this is what's next. It's going to be solving someone else's problems. It's going to be creating another me that could then build something in this world that could help, like what's your thing? What's your next?
You're talking about a concept called the second mountain.
This is why I'm happy. Although I asked this question today because I'm genuinely curious and you seem to have the answers that I so seek.
Yep. The Second Mountain. It's a book by David Brooks. I have yet to read it because I can't read. But
is that your second mountain? Learning how to read.
Yeah. It's basically like
that's my first mountain.
Are you joking or serious?
I can't read.
Oh,
it sounded like Zoolander when he said that. I can't read.
No, once you accomplish your shit and you have everything you've ever wanted, now what? The second mountain is that quest to be of service to others.
Beautiful.
Oh, I was gonna say that, but I didn't want to be cheesy.
No, it's seriously. So that's the thing, bro. At what age do you start to be of service to the people around you, to your community, to the world? And that's the second mountain. And that's apparently, they say,
but
some of the most fulfilling times that one will have in his or her life.
I already know my second mountain. Like, I'm not even kidding.
Okay.
My second mountain is establish all my grounds and then make a living where I could make a certain type of amount of money a month on a residual type of base, you know?
Passive
income.
Yeah. So the second mountain is I use that income to build not a church, but me preaching the word and won't ask for anybody's money.
Right.
So I could literally just be self-efficient and travel the world preaching the gospel and also making a difference with like a comedic way. Not like I don't want to turn people away, but yeah, that's my second mountain is like, I don't even want your money. So that way nobody has the reason to be like, oh, he's just looking for money. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, of course.
And they just turn down the gospel completely. Where I'm like, no, I don't want anything from you. You could just listen.
How will you operate your church? If
Well,
you have
it would be self-funded. I'll just
You're gonna pay for it?
yeah, everything.
That's
yeah.
crazy.
I won't take a dime from
You
anybody
think there's any OnlyFans pastors?
Based on the way things have been going, it's possible.
I feel like it wouldn't do well.
Yeah, probably. It's not really the market for it. Yeah, it's just this was so complex. And it made me feel like really like I didn't know how to bring it up, as you saw with my struggle, because it's like, it's not a woe is me moment. It's just a moment of like, yo, what now?
But I also, it's tough because I have empathy for everyone. You know, hurt is hurt, pain is pain. If a billionaire I was talking to was like, yo, I'm sad. Like I'm having a horrible day and I'm not happy with where I am in my life. I wouldn't go, fuck you, you're a billionaire.
And
although most people would. I obviously
absolutely.
like, I get it, but I don't know, man. I don't know. You gotta be here for thy neighbor.
And also, I'm not in any pain, and I'm not. You know, this wasn't a moment of sadness. It was just a moment of just reflection and just asking like, what next? But to that point, to the people that always ask the billionaires like, what's so wrong with your life? Like, mental illness and mental health has no price tag.
No, not at all.
Whatsoever. Like that. I think that question has started to go out of style over the past couple of years, because people would always say that. Like somebody would be sad, and people would always be like, bro, you've $1 billion, like fuck you. It would almost anger people.
Listen to this Justin Bieber lyric. His new song Lonely. It's the pre-chorus, I believe. What if you had it all, but nobody to call? Maybe then you'd know me. Because I've had everything, but no one's listening. And that's just fucking lonely.
And I bet so many people were like, fuck you, Justin Bieber, with your $1 billion and your hot wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people probably heard that lyric and were so just like off-put by it.
Jim Carrey actually said this. He said, I wish everybody had money and fame so they could realize that it wasn't the answer. And that's so
true.
deep.
So true.
So deep. It is so deep. We've talked about this on the podcast before, and me and you both said it this way. Ohio Logan and George from Arizona Logan. I'm not Logan from Arizona. George from Arizona. It's just like flipping burgers or having a video that goes stupid viral. Happiness, same. You can't, once you rely your happiness on like a gold medal or a prize of some sort, like any type of money income, when you attach your happiness to something that you need to earn it, when it's already given to you, you have happiness. You have to establish it within your life.
Or if you're not happy, use that shit to fuel you. I can actually recall one time, well, it was just one time, but through a lot of times, when I was younger, where I actually like hated what I was doing. Landscaping. I landscaped for like 4 years, just like every other broke high school student trying to make money and pay for his gas. And man, I'd make these little flyers with the little rip-off things at the bottom, my phone number on it. Logan's Landscaping. Dog, I had clip art. I had fucking clip art, dude. A little lawnmower. It was beautiful. It was a beginning of a brand. And I remember waking up so early to go landscape and mulching and really hating it. Like really hating it. Coming from a person who's typically happy doing everything else. Like I disliked the manual labor of edging and putting in mulch and picking weeds. And I told myself at 16, I was like, I am going to work my ass off in school. I'm going to study my ass off and do everything I can so that I don't have to do this thing that I know I highly dislike. So if you're unhappy, potentially use the thing that is making you unhappy to fuel you.
Hell yeah.
Hey, Confucius says. He never said half those things. But
I wish I liked landscaping. You know, there's some people out there who
I'll mow the fuck out of the lawn. I'll mow the fuck out of the lawn and be ecstatic doing
What
it.
kind of mower?
The one where you push and it gives you that little boost.
The self-propelled?
Yeah.
Where you hold the
I never
thing
got
down?
to sit on the sit-down mower.
Were you the family... when I was young, I would look around and the neighbors around me would have the sit-down mowers, and I would always say, that guy has $1 trillion.
That guy has it all.
He is the richest man, and the fucked
always the headphones on,
bumping, driving around like Mario Andretti on the lawnmower, and here I am thinking, wow, that guy's got everything, and here he is thinking,
That
could
guy
have it all, but I'm so lonely.
So lonely.
Like singing the lyrics to Justin
Yeah.
Bieber on his tractor.
My dad would make me do the lawn and not pay me, by the way. I got so mad when I grew up and realized that kids my age were getting money for doing chores.
Join the club.
Come on.
Georgie.
Are you fucking
Georgie,
kidding me?
join
bro?
the club.
I did it.
Are you kidding me?
But look where we're at because our parents taught us that we don't have to.
Do you want to know what there was a payment for not mowing the fucking lawn?
No,
It's
seriously.
called an ass whooping.
An ass whooping,
Yeah,
bro.
Bro,
I
I
was
was my
gonna-
dad. I go, why don't you get you see, and it goes for you. He goes, I do something that has for me. You go outside.
I love it.
And so I went outside, and
love
then
it.
I was doing it for so fucking long. In Arizona, it's illegal to have your son do it in the heat.
Bro, I swear to God. Oh, my dad's,
not
my
actually
dad's gonna
illegal.
be pissed. Yeah, but there's child labor laws, and I looked into them because I was like 12, and I'm like,
You're
this.
sweating?
I go, this isn't right. I was in 7th grade. I'm like, I am working my ass off, and I'm not getting paid. Like, I get a Wendy's burger for lunch as my payment, like sustenance to survive to complete the job. was my
Yeah.
shit.
Right.
And I remember I was like, Mom, like, Dad's really like making me work.
Laying into me.
Is this okay, dude? On like shitty homes, he renovated houses. He'd flip houses, and most of them were hoarder houses, legitimate hoarder houses. I don't know if you've seen the show,
Oh.
but the amount of
lot of hoards.
stuff in the houses is absolutely disgusting. We would have to clean gunk off the floor, like grime, 4 inches thick, and it doesn't just come off. Like I'm talking chisel and hammer, getting the gunk off the floor,
What is
putting
the gunk?
I don't know, George. I don't know.
still
I don't
don't
even
know
know how
to
you
this
can
day.
get.
That much gunk?
How is it possible? How much residue and how long has this been building up?
How do people live like that?
I don't know. But we try to collect trinkets. I remember we found a couple of vases I thought were worth a lot of money. One of them was listed on eBay for $100 because my dad's like, yo, you find something, you can keep it and sell it. That's how you're gonna make your money. And incredibly thankful now that I'm an adult because those experiences made me just turn into a fucking workhorse. That's where me and Jay got it from. Like this shit's easy and fun. So when you work hard and you're not having fun, when you work hard and you are having fun, that's a wrap. But yeah, man, I was about to sue my dad at age 12 for child labor.
Yeah. There's no chance. I mean, you know what's crazy? The kids growing up now are like when I hear them talk, I'm like, whew.
No, it's because I don't think it flies anymore. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the kids have phones now, and when their parents are yelling at them or threatening them to spank or whatever, a kid
make a
takes
TikTok.
Bro, a kid takes out his phone, goes like this. The parent stops in their tracks. Like Generation Z has power. This is a weapon.
Nah, not for me, dude. I'll shut that shit down real quick.
No, we actually talked about this the other day, and I won't give the exact context, but anytime anybody gets hyped in front of you or starts doing some crazy shit,
Right here.
like some
That'll
shit
neutralize
you
them
just
so quick.
some shit you want to shut down, some shit that you're like, where in the past you'd be like, whoa, don't make me call the police, man. You're starting to go like nowadays, bro. If you just hit him with a little fucking like. I'm sorry. What did you just say? One more time? Could you just
Say it
repeat?
again.
Just say that one
Just the
more
way you
time.
said
Just
it.
the way you said it, please.
Depending. So if you did that to my dad, he thinks it's a spotlight. He would actually increase his anger. He'd be like, "Great, it's my time to shine," and just fucking beat the shit out of you.
So that's where you got it from.
I have a dream of going viral for something like that.
Yeah.
Like I want to film a Karen one day. I really do.
Oh, I thought you wanted to be the Karen.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what I was like. All right, Logan, if you want to do that,
I'll probably do that too. Yeah, maybe one day I'll overreact in a store because I'm upset about something. But I don't see that happening so much as me filming the Karen.
You know what I realized right now? You can't fight anymore like you used to. We grew up in a time where we could really fucking just square up with somebody and call it a day. Now it's like,
That's not true,
no, bro. There's
That's
cameras
not true.
everywhere.
man. Go to the inner city. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a.
They'll still record you.
There's still some savages out there. The only difference is it's all online now. So imagine you get in a fight and you're age 16 and you get knocked the fuck out. That video's online forever. But also, man, it's fighting. I don't know, some warrior gladiator shit. I love it. Like you get knocked out, it's part of the game. Get back up, go again.
Of course. Everybody gets knocked out. There's no way. If you're in 100 fights and you haven't gotten knocked out,
Just in life, it's a metaphor.
you're an
too.
angel.
I feel like kids nowadays don't have the track record of fighting that like we may be the last, or I guess you guys may be the last generation to have like that record of fist fights as a kid. Like there's a lot of kids nowadays that you ask and you're like, yo, how many fights you been in, kid? And they're like, none.
Bro, I still
Never-
I have teeth marks in my hand.
But that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like
I've
the
never-
schools
I've
have
never
clamped-
been in a street fight.
what?
I've never. There's one where I was in 6th grade where I threw a fucking chair at a dude because he bit me. And yeah, but it was in 6th grade. It was in 6th grade. But an actual street fight, and I'll tell you why. Hey kids, Street fighting is not smart. It's not.
Animals.
It's
very stupid.
No,
it's a quick way to get.
I've always said this. I was a little too smart to throw myself in a situation that could end in God knows what way. You know what I'm saying? I whether someone was pressing me and it's a diffusing or de-escalation of the situation, or I don't know, just has never happened. Maybe it was my size and my stature. Like in high school, football wrestling team, like no one really wanted to fuck with me.
There had to be one kid like that. That's the thing. Like that, I understand now when you're talking about the streets, but if you're in the lunch line and some kids, talking shit to you, and you got to protect your pride because you guys are fighting over Wendy Swexler, the head of the cheerleading team. And
so hot.
Or there's one French bread pizza boat left, and the kid tries to grab it.
There were a couple that got close, but it never actually happened. Like I think, especially now, these kids are really into chirping. A lot of talk. I feel like a lot of talk, a lot of talk, no action. And now as an adult, I'm low key about that action.
Yeah.
I'm the worst talker, by the way.
Well, that's why I do both.
This.
Bro, there's a YouTube video of like Logan Paul confrontations, and I've always been like, I antagonize. It's not.
Yeah, remember
it's
the
not,
one dude
yeah.
that like what did he spit on your car or something like that?
Yeah, like also I'll never initiate. I'll never be like go to fucking fight someone. I'm always here to defend. But man, you spit on my car? Yeah, I'm gonna have some fun with you on
Did you
video.
jump to lick it off?
No, and I also didn't spit on his car. I'm very respectful.
There's a couple of young guns in here. Justin just walked. Kevin, have you guys been in a lot of street fights? You won one for you,
Justin,
zero for you. Caleb, zero.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like I also feel like schools really started to crack down on it. And you probably got like when I was in high school back in 1647, right around the year that churning butter was introduced. It was a 5-day suspension. And by the way, who doesn't want a 5-day suspension? I would sit home and watch fucking Springer. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo,
Springer.
I always remember the first fight I got. And I don't remember if I've told this on the show or not, but Greg Miller in the fucking lunchroom, he came up to me and we had been chirping back and forth over Tara Bogart over at law. She was at law, the opposite school, and she's mine. No, she's mine. And he came into the bathroom that day because I just started talking to her. He came in the bathroom and he saw me. He's like, yo, I'm just letting you know, later on today, I'm going to J you in the fucking face. And I was like, why don't you fucking do it now, bro? Breaks up. We go to the lunchroom. I'm eating my bagel. I would always get a plain bagel. This is kind of gross. A plain bagel with cream cheese with Lay's potato chips. It was really salty. And then you add with the other salty. The bagel was a lot.
It's fine. It's what you do.
But I had a grape aid Snapple, grape flavored Snapple. And it was sitting there. It was an open can. And he walked in and everybody knew there was drama. Yeah. Everybody in the school knew there was drama. So everybody was like watching, like when he walked in and he sat next to me, he goes, hey man, why don't you give me a sip of that Snapple? And then he reached over and I was like, bro, like, don't touch my fucking Snapple, bro. I didn't say that, but in my mind. And he grabbed it and he pulled it off the counter and tilted it and a little drop went on my pants. He goes, oops, sorry, man. And I picked it up and I fucking threw it in his fucking face as hard as I could and it splattered. He stood up and...
Was it a glass one?
No, it was a can, a Snapple can. It spilled and I fucking yacked at his face. And now everything stops and they're watching. He stood up and I knew this was my first fight. I'm like, yo, it's all about swing first.
Yeah.
And I fucking cracked him like hard, like right in the fucking cheekbone right here. And my immediate thought was like, yo, you hit someone like that, this fight's over. Because I was young. I was like, yo, I've seen these fights where it's always one shot. It's a wrap, bro. This motherfucker spins around. So he takes the first shot hard. He spins back. And I just remember it slow-mo. Boom, dude. Straight jab to the fucking nose. Blood exploding.
Oh, no.
I mean, arterial spray all over the fucking cafeteria. It was chunks of bagel and blood were on people behind me. So now I'm fucking leaking. And I'm like, now, fuck shit, I got to keep this going. So then we go back at it, but then the principals come in and break it up. So I got the fucking fucked up nose with the leaking blood. But when we came back 5 days later, he since he got hit in meat, he still had the huge bruise on his face. Ooh. So when we came back, it was still very unclear who had won. But it was a different culture. It was a different time. 5-day suspension. We come back and
squash the beef.
Yeah, we're good. We're good now. It's weird. Whenever you punch another human in the face hard, like hard enough to like cause bodily damage, even after you squash the beef, there's always a little bit that lingers. Like, there's always just a little bit that lingers. Like, okay, so when you fight your brother, when you fight Jake and it's like fun, you could squash the beef completely. But when you leave actual, like, when you take another man's blood, it never really goes away. I
have opposite actually.
I would think so too.
I actually became friends with one of my first fights.
You spill blood with a man.
Yeah, you kind of respect.
Yeah, I guess so. Oh no, for sure. Oh, we respect the shit out of each other. But I guess I don't know. I guess you always remember it. Maybe it was our first.
What's his name?
Greg Miller.
If you saw Greg Miller today,
it'd be all
you throwing hands?
No, hell no.
I bet.
He beat my ass.
I'm throwing hands. Beat up my friend.
He did. Oh yeah. He got it. He was like the. He was like the fucking like super ADHD kid that you really had to worry about. Cause you were that guy.
I was the guy everybody hated, but I talked way too much.
Did you spaz? Like you could spaz at any time. Like he moved faster than average humans.
Yeah.
Just because of his like,
I wouldn't shut up like now, but way less funny. I was just shooting everything out of my mouth. Nothing.
Do you want me to pull up a picture of the kid?
Oh, this is amazing.
We don't want to see him.
I was gonna talk about spazzing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, this is so funny.
Yeah, finally, Evan has produced the funniest clip. I think on the internet. This is hilarious. He's playing video games and he rage quits because he couldn't get this kill. Check this out. He closed out of his game, man. He said the keys went flying all around his room, and I realized this is what I'm hearing.
Bro, can you please just do me the favor, replay that, and look at his reaction afterwards? He's like, "Where am I?" He had no idea where he was at.
He forgot.
No, play from right here. Wait, right, and he's like, "Where the fuck? What the fuck is it?"
I'm so sorry.
Bro, okay, so he's just stressing out up there. The kid's funny. I told him he needs to do that more often.
What is that? The VLK? Is that what shotgun was that, Caleb? Do you know?
Is it trash?
No, I mean the thing is the shotguns are so overpowered in Warzone, and he hit the guy 3 times, and the dude hit him once.
It's frustrating. Snapchat launches TikTok rival. Spotlight. Instagram did Reels. Twitter's doing stories, and Snapchat has launched Spotlight. And they said they're giving out $1 million per day for the rest of the year to creators with popular videos. I'm sure it'll be dispersed, but $1 million, so $40 million incentivizing people to create these videos in a similar way to TikTok, where I think there's some sort of discoverability. Some of them are going to be anonymous. Some of them will be from creator accounts that are public. But I'm always fascinated to see these companies just doing what the other ones are doing and seeing which one works. Stories was a massive success for all. Let's see if it works for Twitter, right?
It's just my thoughts on it. It's just like, meh. That's just how I think.
You don't want to go you don't want to get that $1 million?
Well, no.
Okay.
No. I'll tell you why. Okay. Instagram was Instagram when it made Instagram stories. And Snapchat was like trying to nip at their heels like this. Yep. And Instagram was like, okay, we're going to take your shit and we're going to do it fucking better because we're owned by fucking Facebook and you're a bitch. So shut up. And they did that.
Yeah.
And they did a better job of it, okay? Now, after Instagram said that to Snapchat was never really the same after that. They went into a little bit of like a crisis mode. Like mentally, like they were just like, damn, like, are we Instagram's bitch? Like, should I move back to Ohio?
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do?
Right.
Fuck. Now, Snapchat's still very much in that state of mind, like, yo, what do we do, man? Like, we're disappearing stories and people stop sending dick pics. Fuck. Like, what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
Is going after a behemoth. A motherfucker. Like, yo, Instagram still more important, obviously, and YouTube and all these platforms. TikTok is the goddamn zeitgeist of the world right now. It runs everything. Charlie D'Amelio just hit 100 million motherfucking
That is so many
followers,
people,
bro.
That is
Think
so
about
many people.
100 million. She got big enough that she even garnered the attention of Trisha Paytas.
That's how you know.
Massive.
You made it.
Okay, and so so now Snapchat's gonna say, "Oh, we're gonna beat TikTok.
I just want
Oh, you're gonna go and beat TikTok." No, you're fucking not. Don't even
Instagram's trying
it,
with
bro.
Reels. Have you experimented with Reels? Anyone?
Yeah, but here's the deal: Instagram and Facebook. Yeah, I'm sure some people out there have experimented with, but Instagram and Facebook has that like straight up fuck you money. Like, yo, oh, hey man, I just wanted to update you. We spent roughly $7 billion on Reels. It didn't work. And they're just like, okay, like, go get lunch, man, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like Snapchat does some shit like this. They don't have that kind of, they don't have the $1 trillion in capital.
I don't really use Snapchat that much, actually, at all. I don't even think I have it on my phone. But am I the only one who suffers from this? Why is it every time I watch somebody's story when I'm on it, it looks like they're shot like a Motorola phone, like foot. Why is it so blurry?
Bro, the last time I used Snapchat, it sent a dick pic. I was in 3rd grade.
So,
like what?
It's fascinating because a lot of people still use Snapchat.
I know, and I know that,
and they've
I know
done
that.
such a good job of hanging on. Not even hanging on, just like thriving. You know, in a world where everyone, you know, especially when Instagram introduced stories, was like, what this is Snapchat's thing. What are they gonna do? If we can just do this on Instagram, why would we go? Snapchat's original content team. Snapchat's original content. I think that for me, when they started becoming a news outlet.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, they're like a BuzzFeed.
I love that for them. I think they out Quibied Quibi
I agree.
in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
They presented this very, you know, succinct and well-produced content, whether it be from Adam22 on his No Jumper, you know, Snapchat show or whoever it is.
Yeah.
But when you go and I watch Mr. Beast vlogs in like a minute on Snapchat, that's cool. But like, yo,
Wow, that's I just realized that Quibi just was attempting to put a paywall behind something that even already existed.
yeah, on Snapchat.
Oh my
It was
God.
tricky. But it's just like, yo, if you're the rookie, dude, in the NBA, like you're like, and you're still trying to establish yourself, you're not going up to like James Harden being like, yo, let's 1v1 for all the marbles. Like, don't do it. I mean, you can,
but you have to
like,
stay. You have to stay
relevant.
competitive.
Yeah, competitive. Yeah,
We'll see how this one plays out.
yeah.
All right, thanks for listening to Impaulsive, the #1 podcast in the world. Jake Paul is our guest on Thursday before his fight against Nate Robinson this Saturday on Triller. It'll be fantastic. If you guys haven't yet, get your Maverick clothing, maverickclothing.com. Cool shit we've ever dropped. Nothing to see here. Stay smiling. Be awesome. Smirk a little bit if you do something mischievous. We love you. Hit that subscribe button. Bye.